This is Ken Lake with MAC's Technical Market Update for Monday, December 19th. I'm going to concentrate tonight solely on March corn. We've ignored that for quite some time, and it's time to do an update on corn. With as much corn as we have in the market, fundamentally it's pretty weak. And that's demonstrated by the fact that we set contract lows back here at harvest time, as expected, in the March contract of 325. And we've talked about numbers that are lower than that as we've spread these contracts from December to March. And as we go to May and July, we'll talk about values, contract lows that are a little higher than that, which reflects the carry in the market. But regardless of that, we still believe the lows are in for corn. And that there's probably a sideways move here to be made in corn, but some potential for higher values. I've talked to customers in terms of being able to retrace 50% of this market's loss from last summer's high to this fall's low, and it's clearly demonstrated no ability to be able to do that yet. So for short-term targets, we're going to use this 38% line of 373. Notice that coincides with the 200-day moving average, which is going to be pretty good overhead resistance if we can make an attempt to go to that kind of a price. Support tonight is going to be the 100-day moving average at 350. Looks like we're going to close around 353, and with the momentum indicators falling, it simply means that if we were selling here today, we'd be selling into some pretty significant weakness. I'd like to avoid that. I would like to sell when stochastics or other momentum indicators are in the overbought condition rather than pointing toward oversold. But nevertheless, no sales indicated in corn tonight with this sort of a move. The question customers will have is we'll look back to last spring as to see what we did. We set contract lows at the time, right at the time of March 31st planning intentions, which is a pretty typical time to set lows in corn. If this market wants to demonstrate the same patterns that it did last year, we will have a slow burn lower until we actually find out we're going to make a significant cut in corn acres. I would expect that to happen. Don't know what the number will be, but we will cut corn acres and add most of those to soybeans. But if that's the case, there's going to be limited opportunities to sell corn until we know what those values are. And then, of course, depending on summer weather, we can see what sort of rally could ensue. Last year, that rally was worth 75 cents a bushel. There's no way to know whether we can have that sort of a rally or not, and it's not prudent marketing to hold corn into that period. Would rather simply make sales if we can get futures into this 370 range and then re-own the ownership with options via minimum price contracts or call options.